I'm here at the Big 5 conference in Dubai, and behind me, 20 Additive Manufacturing is doing a dry run test of their Tilikum concrete printer. After they finish their dry run test, they'll start the material running through, get it to the right consistency, and then begin their print. They're doing a few prints today that have overhangs and all kinds of complicated features, so it'll be awesome to see what they accomplish. We'll also do a couple of interviews with some of their team members and founders, talk about their future here in the Middle East.
Hi, Jarrett.
Hey Jim, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
Good to see you here in Dubai. Last time I saw you, we were in Canada.
Yeah, it's nice to meet up again.
Can you explain this new printer you guys have going on and what you're going to be operating from the control booth?
Well, what we have here is a mobile printer. So we've got a robot on our track. It's of our own design, custom fabricated. We've got a Baumet head on there, which is 2K licensed technologies. What we're going to be doing here is printing some examples of some sculptures and like architectural or landscape type prints. Yeah, we're going to do some demonstration prints here.
Do you have any tricky prints, overhangs?
Yes, everything's got a little bit of overhang.
I told you we were going to do it. It's working out well. We had some problems with our concrete hose, with some jams and things like that, but we were able to overcome it and do some demonstration printing here today. Everything's going well.
This is the 6th print.
Yeah, we're just lapping through our programs as we set them up today, but tomorrow we're going to have some new ones. We're going to go for some different things.
What do you think about the big audience you got here?
I love it. It's great. It's not surprising. I mean, it's the future, right? Everything's all about impressive new technologies here at the show.
And I heard a rumor about what you might be printing tomorrow.
I don't want to promise anything, so I don't know what we promised here, but we're definitely going to be doing some new prints tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what kind of things are you keeping an eye on now, making sure everything's going smooth?
I'm getting really hungry, so I'm going to need to go get some food and some water. Right now, I don't have any concerns at all. We got to make sure the pump is fed, make sure our water content, as you remember before, water content. So we're keeping a close eye on that, making sure we don't run out of any accelerator, making sure that our lines aren't getting hung up on anything. You can see we're just making an adjustment on the hose management there.
Can you briefly run through some of the cleanup steps?
Well, one of the first things to do is get the mortar out of the hose and the head. You leave it in there too long, it's going to harden, especially if it's got accelerator in it. So first thing, get the mortar with accelerator out of there, make it so it's just mortar. Afterwards, we'll empty the pump of the remaining mortar in the hopper there, get it out to a bucket or whatever. Unfortunately here we can't reclaim it, but you know, if we were at home we'd be putting it into something else, into some formwork or whatever. Try to use it. And then we want to flush all the mortar out of the hose and the head with some water. We also want to flush our accelerator line, make sure that that's flushed out and as it kind of crystallizes over time and with oxygen. So we get that out of there. We get the majority of the mortar out. Then we can start breaking down the actual pieces and opening things up and cleaning them properly. There'll be bits inside the head there that are going to harden up, like little corners and crevices and stuff that will harden up throughout the day. And we'll chisel those out, get the thing reassembled again, and get ready for tomorrow.
Awesome.
My name is Mark Robitaille. I'm the CTO at 20 Additive Manufacturing, now partnered with TAMVinci Creations in Dubai, known as TAMVinci. We're here with the Tilikum 3 printing live at the Big 5 trade show in Dubai. We had a few issues when we brought our printer in, some shipping issues, some difficulties with the availability of containers during this period. We were meant to have approximately a week and a half to 2 weeks of time to put this machine together here in Dubai. That time turned into 3 days, 3 very grueling days. We managed to pull it off, had some issues with some equipment that was borrowed to print on the first day, but we've since resolved. We have, as you can see behind me, we have some printing going on that we're almost filling our booth with material. We'll have to clear this out for tomorrow, but we have more to come. We're hoping to have some some nice local, some parts that have a local flavor to them to show the public. The 3.0 version is symmetrical, therefore we can print on both sides of the trailer equally, and we have approximately 30 feet by 10 feet wide, so you can essentially make a, if you will, a U shape like this, 30 feet, 10 feet, and 30 feet, with the trailer placed in the middle.
So we just saw 20 additive manufacturing 3D printing this tower behind me, and it went pretty well. You can see a little collapse there, but overall it was a very successful print. Took about an hour. They did 2 other prints beforehand. Overall, it went really great. They had a huge crowd. It was definitely the most exciting booth at the Big 5 event here in Dubai. And if you want to get in contact with them, this machine's actually for sale, and you can reach out to them on their website, TAMVinci.com.
I'm Cameron Irvin. Work for 20 Additive Manufacturing, as well as TAMVinci and 3D Vinci Creations. We were doing a demo print today. It was supposed to be a wall, fence style wall with finger joints like that. This is the start wall as well. Pretty much what happened is we were coming up along here, right now we're printing with small barrels of accelerant, as this is a 2K material. At home we use big barrels. Kind of forgot that we only had little tubs here. Forgot to check it before we started. Ended up running a little loose. Our operator Jim slowed the robot down so he could catch it up. Pretty much made a spaghetti, which is kind of like ice cream. Got accelerant flowing back through the hose, therefore hardening it. Slowed it down even more, as you can see in these points here, until it caught up to itself. Goes to show how the accelerated material can be recovered very quickly. Hardens pretty fast.
Hey Jim.
I can barely talk right now. I gotta keep thinking here.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, we're getting the pump ready. We're getting the head ready. We're gonna get primed.
Can you explain what the plastics for really quick?
The plastics to keep the dust down. So we put the bag on, drop the sheet on it, crack the bag in there, minimizes the dust that falls out.
Excellent,
Ask
thanks.
the cleaners to come by and grab all the overspill there.
Here's the last print done by TAMVinci in Dubai. This one might be my favorite because it demonstrates the construction applications rather than landscaping features or sculptures like the Burj Al Arab. So you can see the fiberglass reinforcement they placed in. This is a great way to increase the strength of the wall by simply placing these reinforcements in by hand. The great part about this technology is you can add things in by hand while the concrete is still wet, and you don't have to do any cutting or post-processing. You can actually hear over the loudspeakers later that they were asking everybody to leave, but I stayed to get these last clips. Here's Ian, their CEO, cutting out portions of the concrete printed wall so that he can insert outlets. He'll demonstrate how easy it is to simply place an outlet in the wall without having to cut or really do any kind of difficult insulation. The printer then comes around and simply lays the next layers over the outlet, permanently placing it in the wall. This requires a degree of pre-planning, but certainly isn't strenuous or difficult. This was also the longest print they did at the conference in terms of length. In order to accomplish this, the printer utilized its 7th axis and moved on the track system mounted on the trailer. The mobile trailer system is great, especially because 20 plans on using this outdoors. Here's the placement of some other MEP equipment inside the concrete wall. Their CEO once again places a spatula right where the layer is to remove the mortar segment, and then inserts the pipe, gently pressing the mortar over it to give it a smooth connection when the next layer comes across. The cavities that you see could be used as formwork for traditionally reinforced columns with rebar cages. This would give engineers something to do their calculations on that they're used to. Here they were trying to do a TAMVinci logo, It may have come out pretty good, but we never got to see the finished product because the conference ended too quickly and we kinda got kicked out. Let's check back in with Jim for more details on the reinforcements and the cleaning process.
So, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the fiberglass you're holding. In
Oh, this stuff right here? Yeah. So it's a polymer saturated fiberglass. There's a bunch of different types. They come with sand for pull-out strength once it's embedded in the concrete. It's used to reinforce structures, mostly concrete. We're placing it in the print here today in order to stabilize it when we move it. And it'll also help if we were to fill these cavities with concrete or foam. It'll help stop them from blowing out and you know, making a mess. So concrete coming out. Hey Jared.
Can you run through some of the cleanup steps while you're going? If you could talk and work.
Oh yeah, no problem here. We're going to empty the hopper out of all the mixed material. Ideally, we'd be putting it into something that it would be useful, some kind of infill. So this is our beautiful My pump here. It's a little bit of an older one, so there's been lots of improvements since this came out. They're really easy to clean because of all the flexible material. So when the concrete hardens up on it, it's a lot easier to get rid of. So yeah, we empty the hopper out. Normally we'd be putting this into some kind of form work or some kind of cavity to fill. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to take the horizontal mixing chamber out. We're gonna clean that guy off. We let the material run out as far as we could so that we don't have to transport it full of material. And yeah, we're gonna have to clean the hose out so that whatever's in there doesn't solidify and be a problem for startup on the next print. We'll run a couple of the orange balls through there as a cleaner to really scrub it. And then we're gonna coil it up, take the water off. We're going to take it back to the shop. We're going to get printing again as soon as we can. We got some projects here in Dubai that we want to work on.
And if somebody sees this and wants to purchase one, how should they reach out? What's the best way to do that?
Well, depending where you are, you know, we're here with Edward. We're TAMVinci. We're setting up here in the UAE together. Our technology and Edward's experience here. I think we've got a winning team. We're definitely open to, you know, you guys can get in contact with us here or over in Canada or in the Netherlands or in Montreal or Germany. You know, where's your projects and what aspect of our team you need.
Awesome, thank you, Jim.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming, Jarrett.